Alright, welcome back. I'm over here at a service call. Tenant's saying that it's not cooling properly. Got my probes here on it. Said the electric bill's gone up pretty significantly. So as you can see, you know, we've got pretty low superheat. Subcooling's low. Suction line's low. So I'm thinking it's going to be an airflow issue. It's a TXV. I already pulled the filter and it looked pretty bad. Looked like it actually caved it in. I'll show you here in a sec. See, that's the filter there. Basically disconnected just due to the static pressure. So let me go ahead and take a look and maybe check out coil. See if we can inspect the coil real quick. As a matter of fact, you can already hear. Just listen to that. You can hear the static pressure. So we know there's something that's being restricted. Whether the supply return. Grab my PLP Sykes, zero those out. You always want a zero. What I'm going to do is just go ahead and place this here. There's a hole already here for our supply static. Oh, you can hear it whistling. So yeah, look at that. We got just on the supply, almost an inch of static. So we already know what that means. This coil is heavily impacted. So what I'm going to do is drill a bigger hole so I can look up into there with my borescope. Slip that in there. Okay, so I like to use this, I don't even know the brand. I don't know, Depth Tech, whatever. This is just kind of like a classic wireless style coil. Okay, so there it goes. Let's go ahead and record. Start the recording that. I'm just going to go ahead and place this. So placing that in there. Oh, great. The battery's dying. Let's see if I can get this thing charged. So yeah, that dubstep rig died on me, so I'm gonna pull this thing, see if we can get this coil up out of here. Okay. That's one issue. Got that sucked up against the coil. That's probably the main issue, really. I need to re-insulate this thing. We'll probably have to re-insulate it. Go ahead and cut the power. See, maybe we can try to tape this stuff down. So what happened is this insulation came up off the side here, and it's just literally blocking the completely blocking the airflow of the coil. So that side seems to be okay. Yeah, because that's an N style coil. So terrible design. I'm trying to think maybe if I get a bunch of tape, try to tape this thing up. See if we can come up with something real quick. Alright, so I've got a couple varieties of tape. Got the classic mastic tape. I've also got this here. This is what you want to use for liner like that, because it sticks very well. So that duct, it's like the duct board's silver. Kind of like the, I don't know how to explain it, but I'm just going to go ahead and see if I can get a couple runs of tape. I would try to move this exhaust fluid pipe, but as you can see, it's double vented into that downstairs system, and I don't want to have to take both of them off because this thing is on here sturdy, very solid. So I'm just going to try to get in here while I can. I have to do small pieces at a time too. We do like oh crap. My goodness. I'm hitting screws and stuff with my finger while trying to run it across there, so it's pretty volatile. Probably the worst way it could have failed, to be honest. It's a bad design on Carrier's. What I'm going to try to do is get it lined first with nice fresh tape, and I'm going to go across that and connect it to the bottom, to the top part of the furnace there. I can't even get my hand all the way back in there though. Nope, I really can't. I'm going to use the mastic tape to connect it from that to the furnace. That sticks a lot better. Creative with it. Nice. That did very well there. Tucked up underneath. Making sure we're not splicing ourselves open with any screws. You can probably kind of see it's looking good so far. Let me see if I can get my light in there so you can see a little bit how I've got it going. Try to get to the back. Okay, so that's basically what we got. Looks decent. That should hold. I mean, I'd put a boatload of tape on that thing, so. Alright, so I got fired back up. About to check the static pressures again. Still sounds a little bit loud. We'll see. So we've got .6. That's actually the supply. It says return, but that's actually my supply pressure. .64, still high as crap. Let's see what the pressures and everything look like. Open it up and measure quick. Thinking maybe they might have some of the vents and registers closed. And don't get me wrong, this ductwork seems to be not sufficient enough for 2.5 tons. Now I wonder if that TXV seems to be overfeeding. Looks like it. Let's just let it run for a minute. So based off those pressures, TXV was hunting. I've got it held in here. TXV looks to be overfeeding here. You got a really high suction saturation, low suction line, low superheat, low subcooling. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop the door open here. I'm gonna take a look at this. Take a look at this sensing bulb. Make sure it's properly seated here. Looks like it could be loose. I don't know. That's in there good. It's on there sturdy. But it could just need to be cleaned underneath. Sometimes it gets grit and things like that underneath it, so I might try to pull this off and clean it. Clean the copper. Looks good under there. I mean, there's some rough surface. See all that sandy, gritty stuff? So I'm gonna try to clean that off real good. That mating area.